And welcome to the top 25 MLS players of all time, the ranking of the top 25 MLS players of all time in honor of MLS 25, the 25th season of MLS this year, the Corona year. It is amazing, isn't it? It is amazing, isn't it? The consideration for this list is not what happened when they signed or what it meant when they signed, but what their performances were on the pitch as an MLS footballer. Not what they did in Europe, not what they did in South America, just what they have done on an MLS pitch, and nothing that came from or the reaction that came from their signing. So we're going to start. Number 25, Diego Valeri. A wonderful attacking midfielder, has won an MVP before, an amazing player, has a great eye for the game, has a legend. He is an MLS Cup champion. What more do you want? He isn't really that big of a name, and he is one of the bigger names that came from South America or Europe outside of America, not a homegrown player, if you know what I mean. One of the most underrated players that weren't a homegrown player. Valeri is underrated right now and in the history of the league. An amazing player. Love to watch him play, and I'm happy he's in this league, and I'm happy he's on this list because he deserves it. Number 24, Robbie Keane. Played for the LA Galaxy in the league. A good player. Complimented Beckham well. Complimented the Galaxy well when he was there. Won MLS Cups, is a champion. Didn't win a CONCACAF Champions League, but none of these players have. And not really any of them got close, besides Javinko. He is going to be on the list. You just don't know where. You just don't know where. You'll see. Robbie Keane is a good player. He was better here. Well, most of these players were number-wise, stats-wise, better here than they were in Europe or South America. I mean, that's the way it is, especially early on. But Robbie Keane is a great player, and he deserves to be on this list. Number 23, Tim Howard, goalkeeper. What can I say about Tim Howard that hasn't already been said? Amazing player. Amazing player, great goalkeeper, was around for a long, long time. Went to Europe, came back, started in MLS, went to Europe, came back, did all you could do as an American goalkeeper, went to World Cups. He deserves to be on this list. Not that high, but on the list, top 25, I agree with it. Number 22, Steven Gerrard with the LA Galaxy. Did he win anything? Not really. Was the team that good with him? No. He is what he is. He was like one of the bigger players of the Galaxy right before they went straight down into the just nosedived. He is what he is. But Gerrard's a great player. He did what he did for the Galaxy. Looked good, even though the team didn't really look good with him. It is what it is. It is what it is. Number 21, Landon Donovan. Landon Donovan is one of the bigger players from the old days. Even though he's made himself kind of a pariah recently, Landon Donovan was MLS back in the day. Pre-Beckham, he was MLS. He deserves to be on this list. Landon Donovan is Landon Donovan. Was that Mexico thing wrong? Yes. Is he a pariah because of it? Yes, but that doesn't count in this list. He isn't better than top 20, but he still is, or was, one of the faces of MLS before Beckham. So it is what it is. Number 20, Jimmy Conrad, America's greatest defender. And I don't think he's joking about that. And yes, he has seen my Instagram stories when I plug my videos, so he does know who I am. He knows I exist. Just saying, I had to say that, but I don't think he's joking about that America's greatest defender thing, because American created defenders, he's probably one of the greatest. Probably still would be great if he came into the league today. It is what it is. If he came into the league today, he would still be one of the best defenders of American history. I mean, yeah, you have Omar Gonzalez. Nobody's going to believe that after what happened in Trinidad, though. I'd say it's Omar and then Jimmy Conrad. But none of y'all are going to believe that, and I'm a Toronto fan, so it is what it is. Number 19, speaking of Toronto, Dwayne De Rosario. The best Canadian soccer player until Alphonso Davies. Dwayne De Rosario. Of course he's on the list. What'd you take me for? You knew D-Ro was going to be on the list. But he was the best Canadian player up until Alphonso Davies. For the whole time up until Davies. I mean, he is the leading goal scorer in Canadian history, men's history, should I say. He's going to be on the list. Number 18, Alejandro Pozuelo. And you're saying, dude, he's only been here a year and he's only scored 15 and assisted 14. Why is he on this list? Let me tell you. That was an amazing season. And had he not played 2 straight seasons in a row, he would have done better. And I guarantee you after this season, you're going to see why he's on this list. Trust me. Trust me. He's still going to score 10. He's still going to score 10 to 12 more with his shortened season. And like 4 in the playoffs. Just you wait. And if we get into the Club World Cup somehow, he'll probably score 4 or 5 there in 3 matches. Don't worry. He deserves to be on this list, and you'll see why. I know why, but you will see why. Number 17, Michael Bradley. The person who turned Toronto FC into a giant. The captain. The general. And he's made some comments everybody loved today, so I'm sure you'll agree now. But the captain, Michael Bradley, number 17, turned Toronto around. First thing that turned Toronto around was Michael Bradley. He deserves to be on this list. Cup winner, treble winner, deserves it. Number 16, Nick Rimando, goalkeeper. Legendary. Like, probably one of the shortest goalkeepers I've ever seen, besides Jordan Pickford. And Nick Rimando was amazing. Rimando was amazing. He just retired after last season, and still was amazing to the last day. Rimando is a legend. He was underrated, and he deserves to be on this list. Number 15, Chris Wondolowski, the most underrated American player. Player that grew up in the Americas, was in America, in MLS. Chris Wondolowski, underrated. Even though he has the scoring record, the goal scoring record in MLS, he is underrated to smithereens. I mean, y'all underrate him so bad. It is so sad that y'all do that. Chris Wondolowski deserves more respect. He has the goal scoring record. He has played his butt off every single year he's been in this league. He's been here since pretty much the start. Forever in sports terms. This dude has been here forever. Did he deserve to go to Europe? Yes. Did he ever go to Europe? No. Okay, maybe he got a trial, but it is what it is. Number 14, Taylor Twellman. Midfielder, played well for the Revolution. Took him to 4 straight MLS Cup finals, even though they lost them all. Taylor Twellman was a great player, great footballer, great person as well, but that really doesn't count. Had a head for the game, had an eye for the game, still does as a pundit. And if he says anything stupid, well, I'm just going to chalk it up to the number of concussions he had. But he's also done well to try to keep players protected from concussions in every sport, not just football. So he is helping people after his experiences. So that is amazing. St. Louis in as well. Number 13, Greg Vanney. Defender, LA Galaxy, FC Dallas. An amazing defender in the league. Okay, he's top 3 American defenders with Conrad and Omar. Of course. And no, what he has done as a manager is not counted in this list. Does it help? Maybe, but it's not the big thing. Vanny was an amazing defender back in his day. You know this. We all know this. An amazing manager as well. Unless he goes brain fart, which he does sometimes. But hey, you can't help it, can you? Number 12, Kobe Jones. Kobe Jones, another amazing defender. A fullback from those Galaxy teams, the early Galaxy teams. Kobe Jones, amazing player. Had an eye for the game. Had a head for the game. Amazing. You love to see it. You love to see it. And he also still speaks well about the game as a pundit, as an announcer for Spectrum Sportsnet. And it made me realize how good of a player he actually was. Number 11, Josie Altidore, the most clutch striker in MLS history. Don't at me, okay? Mentality monster. Mentality monster. Has won an MLS Cup, scored a hat trick in a Canadian Championship final, scored in the 2019 MLS Cup final, almost scored in 2016's. What's not to love about Josie? What's not to love about him? And he was even good when he was on the Red Bulls when he was young, when he started out. And he still had that mentality. Mentality monsters. I'm telling you. Number 10, DeMarcus Beasley. Fullback, known for playing for the Houston Dynamo. An amazing player. Started off with Chicago in the MLS, but an amazing player, an amazing fullback, great player, and just a great person. He is a person who has been the face of MLS, or one of the faces of MLS, American-wise, for a long time, and it is respectable and commendable. Just retired after last season. Thank you, DeMarcus, for what you've done for this league. Number 9, Alexi Lawless. Amazing defender, okay pundit, horrible GM, but hey, it is what it is. Alexi Lawless deserves to be on this list, one of the first stars in this league, one of the first stars that were Americans. I mean, his look helped with that, but he was a good defender, so yeah. Number 8, Kaká. Amazing player. Played well for Orlando City when the team was horrible. I mean, they still are, but he tried. He tried. He tried. Can't ask for anything more. He tried. But he made them look better, so it is what it is. Number 7, Frank Lampard. New York City FC. Played well in the early days of the team, 15 and 16. Great player, an amazing player. And he's an amazing manager as well. But Frank Lampard is a legend, deserves to be on this list. And here we go, number 6. Another New York City FC player, David Villa, an amazing attacking midfielder, was up there recently with players like Javinko and Valerian Lodero. An amazing player. An amazing player. Made New York look amazing, and it's sad that he left, but they've still been okay without him, so it isn't that bad, so. But still deserves to be right above the top 5. Number 5, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Zlatan, I would say, personality-wise, gimmick-wise, he is the second coming of Beckham. He put a lot more eyes on this league that weren't here before. And Zlatan was a good player too. He backed up the stuff he said. Was he a little bit of a locker room cancer? To some Galaxy players he was, but he backed up what he said and he brought eyes to the league. So I can't complain about it. He was a showstopper. Number 4, Carlos Vela. Still here, still breaking records, still a great goal scorer, still a great winger, an amazing player. I hate to say I like to watch him sometimes because I don't like LAFC, but he's just so good. I kind of hate he plays for LAFC because I would love to watch him on another team. Number 3, Joseph Martinez. Record breaker, highest single season goal scoring tally. I don't think Vela broke that record last year, but he could have. Martinez is amazing. The king of Atlanta, self-professed. 3 great seasons, or he would have had 3 great seasons if he didn't tear his ACL. No, wait, 17, 18, 19. So he would have had 4 had he not torn his ACL. He did have 3 great seasons, but 4 had he not torn his ACL, but he'll be back just as great in 2021, I'm sure of it. Number 2, I know you're going to get angry here, David Beckham. I know he blew up the league, but he wasn't that great in the league. He didn't dominate. He didn't just raise the league. He didn't put a firestorm on the league. What did he do? He won 1 MLS Cup. He wasn't that great. He wasn't that great. Stop this whitewashing campaign acting like, oh, David Beckham was amazing. Did he save the league with his character? With his name? Yes. I mean, the dude was married to Posh Spice. Of course he was going to save it. But did he save it with his play? Hell no. Hell no, he didn't. That's why I said what they did on the pitch is what matters, not what their reaction to their transfer was. That is why I said that. He is not number 1. He never will be. Yeah, did he save the league? Sure. Was he that good? Not really. Does he have the trophies to back himself up? No. And he got a team out of it too. Jokes. Jokes, I tell you. Jokes. And number 1, the rare air of this list, the best player in MLS of all time, Sebastian Giovinco. Now that is a player. Now that is what David Beckham was supposed to be. Free kick goals galore. Just salted the league. Firestorm. That is what David Beckham is. That's what you think. When you think of David Beckham, you really should be thinking about Sebastian Giovinco. Because that is what Giovinco did. He did what they wanted Beckham to do. Yeah, he may not have had the name. He may not have really succeeded at Juventus. But hey, guess what? Giovinco was Giovinco. Giovinco is what they say Beckham was. It is what it is. Giovinco is the best player to ever lace up a pair of boots on an MLS pitch. And will be for a very short time more, because Pozuelo's going to overtake him. But I guarantee you, right now, Giovinco still is that man. And he will be for at least a year or 2 more. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell all your friends. Tomorrow, I'm going to react to the MLS Return to Play plan. You will see that. Can't wait to show you how I feel. You know what it is. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.